Welcome to the Bay Bridge Athletic Club in Berkeley, California. Oh, it's pretty. What a pretty arena. We're sitting oceanside. I go by the name of Yells. I'm here on a Saturday, prep Saturday it is. So you know who I got with me. I got Maestro. What's going on, man?
It's all good there, Yells. A beautiful Saturday morning here. And gonna get the rest of our day to party in the Berkeley.
You gonna party, I'm gonna lay low a little bit. Some people may call it party, but I'm gonna call it laying low. We got a good one here. Look, the party's starting off right, and the party's starting off quickly. DJ Davis from the corner. We have the Best Coast Ballers who have literally just been running through teams, looking much better than they have here recently. Coach Dominguez has this team rocking and rolling. Arlo Cook, DJ Davis, and of course Ali Cortez and Willerich Krause getting it done in the starting lineup, and the major notable names for this team. On the other side, H-Town Hoopers rep for the city, man. I appreciate it. For those who don't know, that is my area. Almighty Saul getting on the board here, knowing he is a number one for this team, number 5, number 3, number 2 in the country, whatever you want to call him, in all of SimWorld Prep. But the story has been the king of the jungle, Azunda Mazaka, putting up 34 in the last one and just going crazy all season. Maestro, what are you excited for in this game today?
He's had a day, Mazaka. Azuna Mazaka. He's had himself a day, and he's going to look for that to continue. I don't see why not. Both teams are playing on the efficiency tip, which is really good. In many cases, both teams have won games not taking as many shots as their opponents, but being more efficient with their shots. In other words, having a better shooting percentage. We've seen that with Best Coast Ballers throughout the day, and Best Coast Ballers have been really good at not turning the ball over. So that steal and takeaway by H-Town there was definitely something that was rare indeed, and able to capitalize off of that meant a lot for them to be able to take this next step forward. On the other side, with Houston, like you said, Sol, Mazaka, Houston needs to do what they need to do. They need to live in that range where they are turning their offensive rebounds into points, and they did that in both games today with the amount of assists that they were able to churn out. It just shows you that they really came to move the ball and really came to play, Yells.
Well, look, I'm gonna be a Danny Downer for a minute. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. I can never call a spade a club. I'll tell you what I've seen. I've not seen, it has looked like we're on the West Coast and there's not been a ton of defense. So where you see offense's efficiency, I see intelligent offensive play capitalizing on defense where it's not really a focus. So I think this matchup is going to come down to whoever wants to lock up, clamp down, whichever one you want to do it. Lock up, clamp down, grab the middle, whatever it is you want to do. Get some stops, hold the sign up, red light, and I think that's who's going to come out on top here.
He's not on one. Please come to the stage quick. He has caught a case of the Maestro. He needs some medical attention. Please, Cruise EMS, get on site. You talking like me now, boo.
Ali Cortez here. I think that's the other matchup to watch for. Obviously, Almighty Saul. But when you have a player like Mazaka going crazy, I guess you just let him roll. But the matchup between Saul and Willerich Krause, whoever wins that on the inside, is going to be key to watch for. But I'm really watching this Ali Cortez and Zunda Mazaka. Both of these kids can go absolutely bonkers. They can get hot. We've seen them erupt for 30, 35 plus point games so far on this prep season. And even last season, we've seen them go nuts a little bit. So keeping our eyes on that, but I don't think we'll have to look too hard.
You're absolutely right, and we're having a little fun with the whole thought about what defense may or may not show up. I'll tell you one thing right now. One of the things that we will say with a couple of teams today that just showed us that they just, quite frankly, cannot shoot the ball at all, where defense wasn't even necessary. I mean, when you're not being defended and you're getting off so many shots and you're just missing, that's just a sign of just bad ball, no matter how you want to look at it, right? So the idea here for both of these teams, you're absolutely right. I agree with you 100%. And I think it's going to start with their mid-range to transition game. Whoever can control that, I think, controls this game. Make me look smart.
How about that? Mazaka matched up with DJ Davis. And how about DJ Davis with 7 of Best Coast Ballers, 9 points here. Once considered one of the better shooters, one of the top shooters in all of prep basketball in the world. He had a struggle season for a couple seasons, but this tournament looks to be one where he may be unlocked as we see Willerich Krause extending his range for the scouts, showing off what he's able to do.
Come on now, say that man's name right. Willerich Krause in the house. Does he do what he do?
Oh my goodness. How about Azuna Mazaka not cooling off? Someone better find a water hose quick because he's off to the same antics as he was there. He wasted no time. That's the kind of confidence you want to see from a kid. He caught the ball, wasted no time at all, immediately went to his shooting motion.
All about your game when you play your game and how you play your game, right? When you put yourself in a position to be able to be the most beneficial person for your squad, that's what he's trying to do right now. And his team definitely got to appreciate that. It seems as though they're recognizing that. Let the man eat.
Cook's Corner is a traveling restaurant. For those who don't know, Arlo Cook from the corner gets it done yet again. 13-14. I'd be wrong if I didn't say I had some bias here for the hometown team. I'm allowed to root for the home team, am I not?
Of course,
It's been a hard... Look, SimWorld Prep's been around for 3 seasons, 4 technically if you count the Ground Zero season, and H-Town has struggled all season. They've struggled to keep a coach. They've struggled to keep their players engaged. They've struggled to have activity on the team and cohesion and chemistry. But they're looking good now. I'm allowed to say, hey, I'm excited to see what they do. So even if you would have said no, even if anyone out there in SimWorld Universe says, hey, what do you say? I don't care. Hey, I get to cheer too, man.
That's right.
We get to cheer in this commentary booth. Maestro, never asked you this. Who is your hometown team? I know where you hail from. I know you're well traveled, but where's your allegiance here in SimWorld Prep?
SimWorld Prep, I always feel some kind of way for Gulf Coast just because I lived in New Orleans for so long. I just always feel some kind of way for them. Always pulling for them. Always want better for them, and I think I'm the jinx. I think they did great until I came into SimWorld. It seems like I put the most on them, my man.
Perhaps you did. Prayers up to the city of New Orleans, all the families affected by the tragedies out there.
Yes.
But look, we're trying to lift some spirits out here on the West Coast right now. We got a good game going. It was interesting getting here. You had the originators. You had the Bay Coast, I almost call them the Bay Coast, the Bay Area Breakers, who came to this as a heavy favorite, essentially playing a home game, playing at one of the few prep teams where they essentially practice all of their games at this facility. These are prep teams, so they don't own any of these facilities. They don't host them. They have to pay for them. But considered a heavy favorite there as we see a big-time dunk. They got bounced out, lost both of their games, didn't make it out of group play.
It's not everybody can do the same environment for the entire time. It takes a lot of mental... It takes a lot of mental fortitude to be in the same area all the time and not get bored. I mean, and I'm not going to talk about age. I'm not going to talk anything like that. That might be a factor. That's just the reality of, for even adults, if you put in a situation where you're in the same place all the time, things might get a little stale and you might start acting like it, unfortunately. And I think that's what might have fell in the case of Bay Area Breakers. I think they were just past the point of comfortable. I'm not going to say they were numb, but I think they were past the point of being comfortable, and it just showed in a way that they did not produce today.
There you have it. Don't be comfortable. The key to growth is not being comfortable. Soapbox Saturday. Here we go. SimWorld Prep. Golden State Showdown. We'll be back after this.
See the game, be the game.
Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it.
Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Hello, I'm Himothy. I got the recipe. I got the flow. I got the remedy. I know they do. I know they envy me. Feet on the floor. What they gon' say now? We came alone from last place, bottom to top of the fast pace. Out of this surf, I get touchdown. I take a loss, get it back 8. I'm in the gym putting numbers up. You're never there, you got bad traits. Never excuses or cover ups. Learn from the losses and bad breaks. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
Who said I wasn't him? Who said it? All this talk about who's on top and who's not. Miss me with the gospel. Check the score, yeah.
See me coming off the screen. Know I gave myself the green light. Catch a shoe from the 3. If I'm not the one, it doesn't seem right. I need like 2, 4, 5, 6 in them rings. I'm talking back to back to back like 23. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
Welcome back. Appreciate everybody being with us this Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon if you're on the West Coast or Central time zones. But yeah, it's just a pretty morning out here. I'm happy to be out here. I will be checking out Wine Country after this, Maestro. I'm sorry I can't hang with you unless you want to sit down and visit the people or the wonderful ladies that wear the sun hats and the big shades. If you feel me knocking. 21-19. Best Coast Ballers down 2 here in Cali, so they're essentially the home team here. Is Almighty Saul going to work. Beautiful spin move. He's going to be headed to Alabama. That's going to be some team. Roll Tide.
Yeah, well, being a Georgia guy, I can't say roll. It just feels funny in my mouth, but I'll just say it this way. I don't know what they're going to do about defense there, Yells. It's something that I'm going to give you flowers for, something you brought up earlier. We were conversating about it. Okay, so we got he can score, he can score, he can score, he can score, they can score, Himothy can score, they he can score, but be able who can stop, right?
Let me ask you this. He's actually reclassifying up. You have any thoughts on kids doing that? And if you were to advise, for or against, what are your thoughts coming from your basketball background?
Oh, I tell you, and yeah, that's a really, really, really good question because, back in the day for our younger viewers, when you can go straight out of high school, I know they always think about a lot of guys could do that, and my thing is always this: if you are ready and you know you're ready, you're not the one who makes that decision if you're ready or not. And what I mean by that is this: the scouts, the coaches all can say, yeah, you're ready for the next level. Too many times I see kids say, you know what, I'm ready to get to this next level. I know I can do what they do. And they get there, and next thing you know, not so much. And I'm putting it to you this way: go back and look at all the cats who came right out of high school and how few were truly successful. For every Kobe, for every LeBron, for every Moses Malone, for every Daryl Dawkins, for every Kevin Garnett.
I think you're going to name them all. There's really only like 16 of them in the history of basketball.
Exactly. For every one of those. Well, there were a couple that came out. Well, I guess they still fall in the history, but we don't know who they are because we never heard from them again. They had to go and play in Europe, or even worse, go work at Mr. Burger. Just saying. You have to listen to your people around you. Hopefully he's got good advice. Hopefully he's got good direction. He's a smart kid for sure. And I don't think he would have done that if everything around him didn't say that he was ready to go.
I think he'll be just fine. I think his game fits probably at the higher levels more so than it does at the prep level, to be totally honest. But we'll see how that all works out here for him in Alabama. 24-29. Houston up so far. DJ Davis coming out. Getting it going. Not a whole lot of defense here from the best coast side. DJ Davis actually 7 points already. On the other side, Azuna Mazaka, 13 points here. And we're literally just at the beginning of the second quarter. This kid's draft stock, recruiting stock. I know he's already looking, kind of checking my notes here. I think, let's see where he's headed. I think he's already decided. But even the draft stocks, we know there's routinely SWBA scouts at these games as well, getting an early look at some of these kids on who they may want to bring to the fold. But I mean, he's getting it done. And I ask you, Maestro, you're always the nice guy. Again, what we're seeing over this stretch, we know he's talented, but is he really this good, or are we seeing him take advantage of matchups, or is there just no one that can guard him? Is he that quick?
I think he's taking advantages of the matchups, but I also believe if you can show in spurts the way he's done today, and that's one reason I love our SimWorld corporate that put together the prep tournaments, being on the weekend, we get a chance to see the kids throughout the day. It shows you a lot of where, I'm going to say this, not where their ceiling is, but where their floor is. Because if you realize if he can do this throughout the course of 4 games today, right? Imagine if he only has to focus on 1 game a day every few days. This is what the expectation is going to be. Today, I think it's more about matchups than it is about him just out-talenting the people around him. But the fact is, Yells, he's doing it. And the fact that he's doing it shows that he can do it. And now those expectation levels are going to be different. And if I can add on one more point of what something you said that was really very, very, very poetic. Do not ever think that just SimWorld U scouts are only ones looking at you and the only ones talking about you. They are reaching out to their scouts in the SWBA. They're looking at scouts on other teams. Conversations are being had, whether